How about now? Do we have audio now? Because I think it's just because I had it set to the wrong channel. Okay, yeah. Oh, yeah. OBS got the best of me. Thank you so much for telling me that. Perfect. So having a totally advertiser safe apple juice and cola. Perfect, perfect. How is everyone today? So, today's live stream, we got a lot of stuff we can do. We can heat up some resistors. We can talk water cooling. We can. Oh yeah, you like that brand of apple juice? Oh hey, how's it going, Junk from Work? Junk from Work in the house, and another maker's in the chat somewhere. I'm not sure if he's chatting, but he was listening a while ago. So yeah, we can burn some resistors. We can build some kits. We can salvage some components. I got some components to salvage. We can talk tech. We can prototype some circuits. Got a little bit of prototyping going on over here. It's the night is young, and yeah, I can't have too much advertiser-friendly apple juice tonight because I have to teach tomorrow morning, so that may not go well if I do, but we'll see. The problem is, after one advertiser-friendly apple juice, the next one has less sort of regrets attached to it, and so on and so on. There you are, another maker, Junk from Work, Dean Hintz, R. Sullivan, Steve Robillard, Burning Diamond, Brian Haynes. Everybody's here. Come fix your 3D printer. Yeah, Brian, send me pictures. I'll help you fix it. I've just been loving the 3D printer world lately. Junk, I'm sure your teacher is just fine. I'm sure he's just fine. Regrets are postponed. Burning Diamond, well, thank you for staying up. You can always catch the video afterwards if you don't feel like staying up, because honestly, nothing, let's just be clear, nothing special is going to happen tonight. We're just going to be farting around and having some fun. Can I say the fart word? It's been like 5 minutes. I want to make my 82 Canadian cents off the advertisers here. How's everyone been? This is my discombobulation box. These are the things I have to salvage stuff from. I think I have some more somewhere, but I can't remember where I've put it. There's this. Oh, another maker doing construction again. And guys, just a heads up, I did invite Big Clive to come into the comment section here, but he was kind of like, let's just say, 3/4 in the bag when he read the message. So I don't think he's coming, but I mean, he could come. There is, yeah, salvage. Honestly, this is a smoke detector that had to be replaced. So that's that. That's that big booster pack thing. I have the. Get out. Got the battery here. We can do some dangerous things with the battery, but I usually like to keep the dangerous stuff for videos because people tend to watch those. And yeah, I got a I think this is the last CFL in the house, so I got some stuff to salvage from there. Great. Good stuff, Bernie. Yeah, I mean, let's be fair. I've got bins. Oh, that's another thing we can do. Because I've been accruing a lot of stuff in my mailbag videos, we can actually go through my storage bins so you can see what I have in stock, because honestly, I don't go through them enough, so I don't know 100% of what I have in stock. And today's stream is brought to you by pretty much the random Patreon that had sent me lots of stuff, because the arm that the camera is sitting on is his purchase, and I also have a silicone mat to put down if I start salvaging parts, which is also his that he sent, so that's pretty good. Yeah, it would be interesting to know which kit you're buying, Burning Diamond, because I think another maker on his channel, we're getting into the season to pick the kit of the year. I think that's coming up soon. I reviewed this thing a little bit ago, the Super Starter. Oh, the podcast's going fantastic, Junk. I'm not as ahead on the podcast as I'd like to be. I've got one more podcast in the file, and after that I have no more podcasts, so I need to record. But the thing is, I don't want to annoy the guests that I've had on before. I'd like to get some new guests to try to spread out the amount of time that people are giving me for free. And so yeah. Mirror imaged? What's mirror imaged? Oh, it is mirror imaged. Is it? Wow, it wasn't before. Okay, give me a second. There we go. That should be better now. Yeah, this one's a good one. If you're going to purchase it, get it from the affiliate links in my review video. The American affiliate link, because I don't have a US Amazon account, actually goes to another maker. So he sent me a ton of stuff before, and the affiliate links are how I try to pay him back, but it's not even close. Like, he sent me way better stuff. So yeah, this guy is actually quite recommended if you don't want to chase after all sorts of things. I know Elegoo sent it to me, but like, honestly, look at all this stuff, man. Oh. Fix the exposure. Oh, I've got exposure locked. Oh, whatever. I'll have to unlock it later on. How's it going, RJM? So we've got that. Yeah, we can talk tech. I don't really know what specifically I want to do. Oh, I also I plugged in the microscope. So the microscope is plugged in right now. So we can put random stuff underneath the pluggable microscope and take a look at what it looks like. So that's pretty cool. I think we should start with a little bit of salvage, but I'll go get my silicone mat. I'll be right back. There we go. Try not to scorch my bench this time. Yeah. Repairs are neat, but I don't find a lot of stuff that's worth repairing. Most of the consumer goods are kind of shit. Like, if you find a TV on the side of the road, it's almost more effective to just buy a new one. Especially, like, I looked at one of the TVs, and it wasn't even like caps or anything. It was like a main board that was fried. Like the CPU itself was like, it's as if it had a fuse and it just burned its own fuse, and it's like, yeah, I'm done. Alright, let's break something open. So these guys here, I have found a decent way to open them up. You just go underneath this lip here, and then you cut the little wires. Let's see. Use my Pickwick screwdriver here. This is a Canadian company. They didn't send me this. Actually, I had to buy it. It was quite expensive, but I guess made in Canada, right? A little bit different to made in America or made in China. So you gotta split these things kind of open, being careful not to mess up your fingers on the glass here. Yeah, printers are great, but it's been, you know, it's COVID times. I don't really want to go to people's houses these days to go pick them up. I do see them still available on our used marketplace here, but I really, I don't want to go to people's houses. If I see one on the side of the road, I will bring one home. They do have motors and stuff. Yeah, I mean, look, I think it was AVE that said it. Like, it's already broken. You're not going to break it anymore, so you might as well use it as a learning opportunity. Okay, here it goes. So now you got to be careful. I got to roll this away. Try not to break. Okay, so now it's clipped on the tubes now. So I really have to go and chomp these things off. Let's see. My kingdom for a pair of flush cutters. Yeah, I wish. I honestly wish. People around me are so opportunist, which is okay, like I understand. But basically all the used office computers, like, people find them and they sell them. And then these people buy them, refurb them, and then sell them also. So it's very difficult to get your hands on a office computer. I'm just going underneath here and just nibbling away at the little wires that hold the CFL on. Building an amplifier is a fantastic project. I'm far too lazy to research amplifiers, so I use the PAM 456 or whatever module, the PAM modules. They're an integrated amplifier. So there we go. So this is the tube portion with the high voltage wires here. That can go straight into the recycling bin now, because it is safely removed. It is intact. The tube is not broken. The seal's not broken. So there you go. Yeah, it's wire wrapped because those wires can't take solder. Because they use the same wire as the electrode. They don't take solder. If you try to solder them, the solder just wicks away. Can't do anything. Got some diodes here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 surface mount diodes. Now we got to get the wire off. We're gonna start going not so reckless, and then we're gonna probably get reckless as the night goes on. Oh, see, that's a little bit reckless. Should I just break this? Yeah, I'll just break it. Might be tungsten, I'm not sure. Oh, Whoa, that one got yeeted across the room. Alright, now we got our little wires here. Snip. And snip. There we go. Got our, this is not our AC smoothing cap. It's only 200 volts. I'm gonna, yeah, actually no good anyways. That's good. Grab all the AC caps here. I have not heard a snap. It's probably good. Alright. So now, which method are we using? Are we going to use the heat gun? Are we going to use the soldering iron? Don't know. Really don't know. I think I'm going to try with the heat gun. This is useless now. Could get the wires off of there for little jumper links. 1, 2. I don't have a solder pot, unfortunately. Benzomatic desoldering. No, I don't think so. Here's to you, pile of stuff. Welcome to the stream. I hope Big Clive was sober enough when he read that message yesterday. I don't think so, but anyways. This guy here. This guy here. There we go. Move my soldering iron out of the way. Alright. Yeah, I agree. Getting cool stuff for free is awesome until you run out of space. I live in a pretty small house, and so I'm kind of out of space already. You know, I just jam things into corners and stuff, try to make them fit, but yeah. And since I work contract work, and my wife is a creative as well, it is not in the near future getting a bigger house. Alright, there we go. Let's blast this with the heat gun. Gonna turn down the rate here just so you guys can hear me a little bit better. Damn, throwaway servers? That sucks. I would love server gear. Actually, it'd be pretty neat to get someone near me that has a broken light bulb, like a LED light bulb. I'd love to take a look on the inside. Yeah, I would love a server power supply. Let me know if the audio is too shitty while I'm doing this, because obviously I'm not on the other end here. I feel like I'm just gonna tap this and everything's gonna loosen up. Thanks for the feedback, pile of stuff. And guys, I have to apologize, I haven't been making many videos lately. I've been just incredibly busy at the college there, trying to keep these students' educations alive. COVID and stuff getting more difficult, so I gotta convert a lot of my courses, which are very practical, online. Starting to smell hot. I do see the solder melting. Just needs to melt all the way through. Got out a capacitor. Another one. Film capacitor. We're going to test these after I'm done salvaging them. Yeah, those battery recycling bins, I have to take a look to see if that's something I can do locally. Because they're, like, I feel like I could salvage cells from those. Oh, that's another thing. I do actually have some battery packs that a colleague gave me. So we can see if we can salvage parts from those. I might as well take these diodes. If nothing else, we can destroy them. There we go. Don't know what else is left here. Oh, there's tons left. Another maker. Have you tried to bring them home before? Like, do they let you bring them home? Because I would think if my Home Depot, if they were inside the building, then they would think I'm stealing. Got a nice inductor here, or transformer. It has 3 legs. We'll have to check what it is. Could be a center tap inductor. I am BW, thank you. BW's is a Patreon of mine, as is Junk from Work. So thank you guys for being awesome. The gesture is worth way more than the cost of admission, I promise you. There we go. What is this? Oh, I broke an inductor. That's not good. Got another cap fell off. Let's see what else is in here. See if I can point it this way so you guys can see. Something is like falling to my side. That's another one. This one has 6 legs. You can test them. You know what? We will test them. But typically a transformer has, well, if it's an isolated transformer, it has 4 legs. But it could be a center tap transformer with 3 legs. We'll test it. Nice. This is awesome. There's nothing quite like using 20 bucks in electricity to save 5 cents on components. Well, we got almost nothing left here. We got diode here. It looks like a Zener diode because it has blue packaging, and we got a dropper, like a power resistor. We're basically cleaning this board out. Come on. Get out. There we go. I think that's a clean sweep. Got like all the parts off of there. It's a clean board. Just make sure I'm not heating up my lights there. The nice thing about this circuit board holder, as seen on Pile of Stuff's channel, you can just put it to the side. Still holding the board, and yeah, get our components here. Some of these are going to be still hot. That looks like 3 inductors in one. Did I lose a part in there? No. Alright. Alright, so for testing, these things are great. Choking a little bit here from the noxious fumes, but I mean, again, all in the name of saving 40 cents in components. A lot of these things might need to cool down a bit, but that's all right. So we got ourselves a 10 microfarad 200 volt electrolytic capacitor. Got ourselves a bunch of these film caps. That's great because I don't actually have any film caps, and it's too dark for me to see what it says on there. That's great. So we got it looks like these two are the same. Looks like these two are the same, and looks like this one is different. We've got an inductor here which is broken. See that? But it's still intact. It might actually test properly. We've got a triple inductor. So this looks like this one has a whole bunch of turns, and these two on the sides have the same amount of turns, so that could be interesting. How's it going, Scott? How are you? Selenium rectifiers. Interesting. Got a power resistor here, which is yellow, violet, silver, gold, white. So yellow is 4, violet is 7, 4, 7. Silver is nothing, so that's great. And then we've got gold, which I believe is the tolerance 5%, and then white, which would be a 9, but again, I'm not quite sure. We'll test it. Got a interesting, this was marked as a diode. Can't read it, it's too small. This is, oh, you know, what am I doing? I should bring you guys into this using technology, thanks to Pluggable. Got here a little microscope. Alright, so don't know if you guys can see that. Let me focus so you guys can actually see. There we go. So now, do you feel like you're participating? Huh. How you like that? High technology. Good night, Savis. Little nudge nudge. So this is a 13003. So all together now, 13003 data sheet. This is a high voltage fast switching NPN power transistor. So that's pretty good. I do not have a cat. I would be more likely to have a dog, but I don't have enough space for a dog. So this is a super fast, high power NPN. Good to know. So what, we're up to what, 2 cents worth of components already? First shot. Next one up. Oh, that's my finger. Don't copy my fingerprint. Be able to get into my phone. Next one up. Oh, this one's upside down. That is another 13003 high power, high voltage, super fast switching transistor, NPN. Alright, it's good. Next, we have, oh boy, this is way too close. Zoom out. That is a 473J. I think that is 4.7 microfarad. I do not have space for a dog, unfortunately. I wish. $272J. That is a 2.7. Oh wow, 1200 volt capacitor. That's pretty good. This is that broken inductor. Look at it. It's just hanging on by a thread there. I don't know if you can see the thread right there. Just hanging on. You will never see an electro boom type project here on this channel. I honestly, I watch his channel cringing because I think, you know, like the explosion's gonna happen any moment. Oops, pushed it way too far. I watch every single one of his videos, but it pains me to do it. That is a M7 diode. So I think I have 5 of these. Let's see what an M7 diode is. M7 diode. 1N4007. Great, these are like pretty standard diodes. So we have 5 of them, so that's 5 cents added to our 4 cents total. We have 9 cents worth of components so far. Let's say you know, a couple cents for the broken whatchamacallit there, inductor, and then probably about a couple cents for each cap. Yeah, we're well on our way to a quarter here. We have this beauty. Look at this guy. So that's that triple inductor. Look at that. 2 legs over on that side for the 3 winding side. If I flip it around, also 3 windings. If you flip it this way, how many is that? 6? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 windings. So there's a 2-to-1 wind ratio between this guy and the other one. So I'm guessing there's some sort of transform that's happening. This is that. How's it going, Mark? This is that resistor I couldn't read. So yellow, that's 4, right? Purple is 7, so 4, 7. But then silver, I don't know what it is. It's supposed to be a percentage. Or maybe it's gray? So 4, 7, 8? I don't know. 4, 7, 8. And then if that gold is actually brown, 4, 7, 8, 1? Not sure. We're going to test it. Not quite sure what to think of that. I think it's a resistor. I don't think it's an inductor. It looks high power though, because I think it's I mean, if you zoom in, it kind of looks like it is ceramic. Sorry about the jello, trying to hold it still. Kind of looks ceramic-y because it's not epoxy dipped. Then we got this oddball diode. I'll take a look here, so I can squidge it over to where we can see. I think that's a diode. Number's got to be on the other side though. I can't move it. DB. It looks, there's a Z on it. I think it's a Zener diode. We're going to test it. Yeah, no, I feel you. I'm super old too. That's why I'm here on the internet, you know, not having fancy transitions or anything. Okay, so we're gonna move this. God. I had to use up all my horizontal space to move all the junk that was here, so I have nowhere to put my phone. All right, so we know that the Kaiwitz meter here is actually super precise. So we're going to check it. I don't know if you can see the screen there. Let's do a diode check. Oh well. Oh, that's not a good thing. Unless the Zener voltage is way high. Oh well. Maybe it's one of those like transductance ones. Yeah. Whatever. Let's try this guy. Whoa, whoa, easy, easy. It's like in the... Yeah, I don't know. It's like below an ohm. It's got to be a sense resistor, right? Like that 0.6, 0.5 ohms. What do we do if we get the leads? So it could be like 0.3, 0.4. Maybe it was 0.47, like someone said. No, we got 0 ohms there. Yeah, so like probably it was 0.47, like someone said. Okay, and we're gonna check this. I don't know if it's a transformer or an inductor or something. Let's see. We got 3 ohms that way. Let's check here. If we have half the ohmage, it's center tap transformer. 4 ohms there. 4 ohms there. OL there. Why would you be OL? What's wrong with you? No, it's... Oh, well, it's just an inductor. Here, let me get the microscope out. Whoops. Alright, let's see. Need to get this to a right zoom level before I get you guys friggin' sick by moving the camera around. Alright. Okay, so the reason why I think this is just an inductor is if you look closely, you see the copper wire there? So that pin here has copper wire. If I flip it around, that pin here, also copper wire. And if I flip it back around, okay, that's the first one. Look. In that hole with this pin up here, no copper. So that's just a peg to hold it down. So this is actually just an inductor. Just a 2-pin device with a mechanical pin. That's all. That's all it is. But again, we will test it. I do have this tester here. Okay, we need to put a good 9 volts onto here. I do have my custom thing, but yeah. Just can't be bothered. I need to attach a battery clip onto my custom rig. Alright, so this guy here. Uh-oh, which one's the positive? Positive is the big snap. Not like the Thanos big snap, just the big snap here. Negative, the negatrons over here. Like so. Give this guy 9 volts. Hopefully this will catch on fire from reverse polarity. There we go. Okay, so that's the pin that just holds it in. If I just go like this and like this, close her up, should be just an inductor. There we go. 3.5 ohm, 1.87 millihenries. I'm going to use inductors shortly. I have a project. Actually, you know what? I have so many projects on the go. Okay, so that guy here, I already forgot how much it was. I'm sure chat could tell me, but at the same time, chat's a little bit delayed. So, let's do this. Uh, 1.86 millihenries. Alright, done. Next, this fancy diode, as Dave Jones would say. Whoop. Does anybody know Dave Jones specifically? Nah, you wouldn't be here if you knew Dave Jones. I'd love him to be on the podcast. Unknown. We'll have to put this one apart. Because I feel like this is a Zener diode with a super high breakdown, or one of those, like, you know, those two-way diodes. I'll have to take a look at that a little bit later. Alright. Check this resistor. Actually, if you guys know anybody that wants to be on the podcast, let them know to contact me, because I've contacted a ton of people. I don't get that many answers. That's a resistor, so a half ohm resistor. This could be useful. Those thermistors in switching power supplies, the ones that always blow up when 10% of the print remaining. What kind of 3D printer do you have? Because I've got like the cheapest of the cheap, and my 3D printer has never failed. Alright, let's try this. This is what, a 10 microfarad 200 volt capacitor. You have an X3S? I've got an X3A. 10.42 microfarad. This one's still good. I have an X3A. I don't know very many people with Tronxy or TronXY 3D printers. So I'm actually really glad that you got something same brand as me. I feel all alone. Everyone's rocking the Creality Enders, and I had basically, my choice was between a TiVo Tarantula and my Tronxy, and I got a good price on it. So alright, this one is 45 nanofarad. Nice. ESR is 17 ohms though. Wow, that's pretty high. I paid under $200 Canadian for my 3D printer. I think if you want to know specifically, I could go look it up, or I think in the video where I assemble it, I let you guys know how much I paid for it. But yeah, it was like, I think it was just under 200 bucks. I wish I had a massive build plate like that. I'm 220 by 220. So yeah, same thing here, 47 nanofarad. Pretty decent find, these little film capacitors. I wonder if I can, because they're high voltage, this is a 1200, these are 1200 volt, these guys. Yeah, wow, these things don't even match. 1200 volt, what's this guy? 1200 volt. I wonder if I can build one of those, you know, those voltage multipliers that Big Clive is always talking about in the good night, Sullivan. Yeah, Big Clive is always talking about those voltage multipliers. Maybe I can build some with these 1200 volt caps. I have a few. I don't know if I want to, but might be fun. Uh, 2, almost 3 nanofarad. Nice. Are you serious, RJam? I would be. You've got, wow. Like, honestly, the Prusa is awesome. That's a. I'd love to step up there, but like, there's, like, budget is tight enough for friggin' messing around with these things that I don't think I could afford a Prusa when I can buy something that I can tinker with for a lot less. I wish I could step up to a Prusa. I have something against to counter the high requirements for a heated bed. I bought a bunch of those power MOSFETs. They were really cheap for a while. And yeah, let me just test this last one. Yeah, 680 pico, so 0.7 nano. There we go. Let me get this out of the way. I just want to show you. This is my 3D printer parts box, and yeah, I got these guys because, like, I've always planned on building my own 3D printer. I only put this to the side because I bought that kit, but I have kind of everything I need to build a 3D printer. These guys here, these guys were excessively cheap. I think I picked them up for like $3 or $4. Probably less so on auction, and they're optocoupled, and they have these big terminals in and the control side in, so you would connect this, like for example this on the ramp, so I think the heated bed is here or here, so you'd connect that there, and this guy would go off to the side, and it'd be its own thing. So instead of this tiny MOSFET controlling the heated bed, I mean, it's pretty small. You got this big guy on a heatsink, and you can actually replace this heatsink with something much bigger. So 21 HA210N06. Oh, look, the heatsink is all knackered. Interesting. But yeah, I got a couple of these guys. Dean, the common knowledge right now, it depends. If you need to print, first of all, most 3D printers you have to babysit, at least for a little while until it's proven reliable. If you really need that reliability, you need to go Prusa. If not, if you're okay with a little bit of upgrading, a little bit of monkeying around, the common knowledge right now is that the Creality Ender 3 V2, not the Pro, the V2, is the best bang for the buck for a beginner 3D printer. I actually have a podcast coming with Billy Rubin. If you don't know her, you should. If you've ever seen like infographics where it's like, oh, if your print does this, it's because of this. Billy Rubin's made the most prominent ones of those, and yeah, she recommends a Prusa machine for beginners. So yeah, there you go, Dean. You got it right from the expert. DB9, D9, right here. Yeah, that would make sense. That's the heated bed there because, well, there's 3 MOSFETs, so it could be any of those 3. Yeah, the infinite Z-axis ones. The so Naomi Wu's like print mill, I guess. That's pretty cool. It's the same concept as the Cricut. The Cricut is technically infinite Z as well, but you need a build plate that goes through the machine. No problem, Dean. Dean is also a Patreon. I think I'm sorry, I get the names mixed up. I'm not good with names, but I think Dean is also a Patreon. No, no, it's actually infinite z-axis because they take they take the axes and they tilt it like this, so you've got sort of a core xy, x and z going or x and y like this. Then z would be infinite going out this way. Hey, you drifter, how are you? So yeah, it's infinite z. Infinite z is pretty neat. I am kind of sort of designing, if you guys, well, I mean, the bin is out, but this is kind of, I'm designing a machine right now, but, so I got this, this is a ramps 1.4. I need to replace these stupid polyfuses. I also need to fix a trace that I damaged because this doesn't actually fit all that well on top of the Arduino Mega. So this is what is going to be the mix. Yeah, okay, Dean is a Patreon. I you know, it's hard for me to tell sometimes when I see you guys in my comments section. If I see your name a lot, sometimes I'll confuse you for a Patreon, because we don't, let's be honest, we don't do a lot of interacting on Patreon. So actually, so Dean, Junk from Work, my computer just told me I went offline. Am I offline? No? Yes? Okay, just give me confirmation if I'm still online. Okay. Okay, thank you for the confirmation. Okay, a plotter. I will tell you. I actually have a tool nearby I can show you. So I am also planning on a plotter. That is in the future though. Let me see if I can find it here. This guy here. So you can use this guy, a ramps board. You can also use a CNC shield, but you got these guys here, and this is half of the equation, but these are the little knives that go inside the plotter. So see that little, I'm going to try to shine the light off of it, tiny little thing. These knives are, they're apparently carbide. I don't know if they're carbide because they're from China after all. But they go into a little magnetic cartridge. You get the whole thing for really cheap. They're not expensive. And basically, you just build a holder, and you don't need a 3D printer because you can use a hole saw. It's a circular holder, and it goes in. Yes, I'm in Ontario, drifters. Yeah, and so it goes into there. I wish I had. Oh shit! Making an avalanche here. This is why I wish Big Clive was here, because he'd see that we're similar, and then he'd want to do a podcast with me. That'd be great. Yeah, I'm not sure where the tool for that is. It's around my hoard somewhere, but yeah, so it just goes into there, and then oh, you okay, Drifter, I appreciate it if you want to join my Patreon, but you don't have to join my Patreon to send me an email. The email is in the info section of my YouTube channel. I appreciate it if you want to join. I'll never say no to that, but yeah, you don't have to send me an email. Oh, Kingston. That's not that far. We're kind of neighbors. Yeah, don't know where the little holder is. But anyways, yeah, you can use these stepper shields, no problem for that. So, this guy, put over there. Yeah, I'm in Ottawa, so I'm not all that far. So I got these guys too. These are mechanical end stops. So these were cheap also, and the nice part about the board is that they're also the mounts, so you don't have to worry about mounting hardware. And they also come with these long ass wires to get it all the way over to your main board, which is the ramps board in this case. So that's pretty neat. I've got the hot end. This is a clone of the E3D V6, and these things are also dirt cheap. I think this was all of I think it was like $8 for the whole thing with the boat and tube and everything, and the fan. So that was cheap. I'm telling you, building your own 3D printer is not all that expensive, but you do have to have a little bit of design chops. Yeah, vinyl cutters and plotters are kind of the same thing because you just drag the knives. Or you can use a pen. You can do a pen plotter too. So you can just put a pilot pen or something in, and away it goes. I got these wheels. So these are the wheels for pocket doors. So you can buy them locally. They are quite a bit more expensive. You know what? I do have an epic beard, okay? Steve, you listen? I have an epic beard. You just don't see it on camera. It's pretty long, though. It's not Big Clive long. It's, well, I can get a measurement for you. Let's see. I gotta measure it in metric, though. At its longest, it is about 5 centimeters. That's pretty long, actually. So yeah, these furniture wheels, I have noticed that they fit quite well in these aluminum extrusions. They're quite tight in there, and so I think if you drive them down a little bit, they'll work out quite well for that. So these furniture wheels are an option. They were cheaper than the Delrin wheels that you usually see on a 3D printer. But if not, you can get the Delrin wheels. Again, not very expensive. People have actually designed gantries and stuff for it, but I'm going to design my own. So there we go. These fit into the V grooves on your 2020 extrusion. So I got those. I'm out of apple juice. I'm out of apple juice, guys. No more. Okay, got some more switches. Here's another one of these heaters. So you can actually parallel these to increase the current handling capabilities, which is neat. These brackets were extremely cheap too. These are for the stepper motors. They were on the order of like $2 or something a piece. I've bought bulk belt. I'm looking at it and I might need some more, but yeah, this is 10, I think it's 10 meters worth of belt. If you go into my channel, go into the About section, and you just go, you see business inquiries, you just click that you're not a robot. Unless you're a robot, sorry, I can't help you. And then yeah, it'll give you my email. But I mean, my email's pretty easy. It's just simpleelectronicsyt@gmail.com. I don't want to type it because then bots pick it up. But yeah, that's what it is. These T-nuts, they go inside of these extrusions. They just slide inside there and you can screw your hardwares into it. Metal core. The white stuff is better. Yeah, these, yeah, I specifically bought this because it was metal core, so I can tension the hell out of the belts and use bigger stepper motors if need be. But yeah, so the stuff that comes with most 3D printers is fiberglass core or nylon core, one of the two. I don't know if you can see. Probably not. I don't know if you can see the little lines going this way between them. This is actually cut from the X3A that I have, but there is some without even any core, so it just stretches. That's not good at all. Hardware here, these little 90s for corners, they were extremely cheap as well, but you can the thing is, I was buying these parts not owning a 3D printer. Now I have a 3D printer, these things can be 3D printed, and in fact for most of you out there it's probably going to be easier for you to print at your local library to build your own 3D printer. Got an extruder. I think the goal of this project was the cheapest possible 3D printer, and so all the parts you see here were the cheapest available. So the extruder itself is only $2-3. The stepper motors were kind of expensive. I think I ended up paying $5 a pop. So I got a few. Got 4 stepper motors. Got these gears. Got extra nozzles. Extra compression fittings for the Bowden tube. Got some more T-nuts. I even ended up getting some linear bearings to play with. I got these on discount. They were on auction. There we go. And actually they took like months to arrive. It was quite interesting. So yeah, I don't have any 8mm shaft, but yeah. And the only thing I don't have is the threaded lead screw, because I was thinking that I was just going to hang the 3D printer, the Z-axis, by a belt, so it would just like kind of follow up and down the channel and hang by the belt. But I think that's a bad idea now. So I think I need a lead screw. I do have some on the way. The plan is, I think I get 2, I have to check, I think I have a week and a half off for Christmas time from teaching, so I kind of want to get cracking on building the cheapest possible 3D printer, and maybe I'll upgrade it at some point. But basically it's going to be, I think it's going to be a cantilever system. So basically it won't be like a well, it'll be a Cartesian, but only one support post, so that's why I think I need the lead screw. Gonna be doing that, I think. And yeah, if you're interested in that, let me know. I'm gonna be doing it either way in this case. There's a lot of projects that I choose which project is next based on viewer interest, but this one I'm gonna be making regardless, because I already have a 3D printer and I don't want to do modifications to it unless I have another 3D printer, because then if I mess it up, it's easier to go back if I have a 3D printer to, you know, print a repair piece. So yeah, that's the 3D printing box. S42B V11 closed loop. Yeah, closed loop steppers. Now that is the future of 3D printing. That's the next logical step. Basically, with stepper motors, now that I just put them away, whatever. With a stepper motor, you're basically sending instructions, like go to 0, hit the switch to know that you're at 0, and then go forward like 180 steps. But what happens if something physical kind of smashes into the head of the printer? Well, you won't know that your stepper lost a step. So the closed loop will actually it'll actually count the steps, and if one step fails, it'll know, and it can compensate for that. It can either send back the data to the main board, or it can actually literally compensate on its own. Drifter, that's really nice of you to say. Actually, I might have to hit. Was it you that said you had the big bed? Give me a second. Okay, send me an email. Thanks. If you have, if you're the one that said that had the 330 by 330 bed, I might be contacting you. Can you do can you print nylon by any chance? Nylon or polycarbonate? Because I have a project that needs nylon or polycarbonate, and I don't have a machine that can print that yet. But you won't be printing it for free. We'll have to work out some sort of arrangement, and I can even drive down and pick them up if, as long as we stay far apart because of COVID, you know. But I'm guessing this is going to be a sort of like a 18-hour print. Probably need 2 of them. So, you know, we'll have to figure out some sort of fair compensation, because the last thing I want is for people to be doing free stuff for me. Like, if I'm going to tie up your machine for 18 hours, you know, you got to get paid. All right, no, it's no worries. Like, we'll figure it out. But anyways, yeah, Brian had the big bed. ABS till I get the full metal hot end. Yeah. Brian, you're Canadian too. Wow, look at that. We got a Canadian stream going on here. Awesome. I actually want to hang on a second. Just Pepsi, no apple juice this time. I want to get some rewards going for the viewers. Problem is, living in Canada, shipping is ridiculous. Like, absolutely insane. So the only thing I know that is cheap to ship is literal letters. So I'm gonna have to order up some stickers, I think, so I can send stuff to my viewers. Like, you know, maybe give away 5 per video or something like that. So, but I mean, just doing the preliminaries on that, the stickers will cost somewhere between $3 and $6 each, and then the postage to Canada will be $1.50. So that's a maximum of $6.50, and I think it's the same to the US. So $6.50 a giveaway, and I make about 85 cents per video, so it'll be a big cost. But I want to say thanks for watching. Yeah, dropshipping could be a thing, but then I can't ensure quality. Yeah. AliExpress and Banggood. Actually, you know what? Some of you have been using my Banggood affiliate links, and I'm making all right money there. Like, probably this year, I think I will have earned about $60 US for 2020. That's not bad. I've sold a lot of stuff on eBay. I think you guys bought like $1,000 worth of affiliate dollars on eBay, but I think I only made like $15 from that $1,000 in sales, so it's not very good. Yeah, but AVE is paying for his stickers. Like, he's not afraid to pay. Like, he's got a large income even before his Patreon. And the thing is, I'm a contract employee, so like I make, if you average it out throughout the year, I think I make just around minimum wage. So yeah, but you know, and his stickers aren't cheap. How's it going, Doggo? I like the name. I do like doggos. So this guy now. So this guy here, I guess I should draw it for you. Yeah, let's go in Veroac. There's another person that's not earning as much money as she should be. That's my wife, Veroac, in the chat. She has a Twitch stream, twitch.tv/her name, Veroac. She has 2 YouTube channels. One is Vero Art, the other one is just Veroac. And yeah, she doesn't get nearly enough viewers for how entertaining she is. She also has a Patreon. Alright, so prototyping. So we got a 5-volt rail here up top, and we've got a ground rail here down at the bottom. No, not rum and coke, because that would not be advertiser friendly. The first one was apple juice and coke, and now this one is just coke. Yeah, you can post your channel links in the yeah, so Twitch, and make sure the 2 YouTube ones too. So the deal is with this guy here is I need to make a discrete AND gate. Whoops, ground should be up here. You guys can't see anything. What am I doing? It's almost like I'm some sort of amateur. Alright. That better? That's better. Okay, so we have 5 volts in ground here. Yeah, apple juice, of course. So I need to have 2 MOSFETs here, and I'm gonna butcher the hell out of making a MOSFET diagram. Like this. Yeah. Well, I butchered it. It doesn't matter. Alright, so 2 MOSFETs. Wow, I need to restart this. Let's try this again. 5 volts. Ground. Prototyping live. Not easy. Alright, so yeah. Down at the bottom I need to trigger a microcontroller or a transistor, whatever, doesn't matter. So here, need to trigger that, and then I'll put a resistor to ground, like so, and then here I'll just put MOSFET, okay, and then the inputs to the MOSFET, so that'd be gate, The input to the MOSFET has to be this microwave sensor. So let's say proximity, and this one here has to be a PIR sensor. So it's basically a discrete. AND gate. So I need to bring the 5 volts here as close to 5 volts as I can here. And the problem I'm having is if the PIR is also running off 5 volts and ground, and the proximity sensor is also running off 5 volts and ground, the same ground, right? What will happen here on this top MOSFET, thanks Drifters, I appreciate people that sub to Vero's channel. So if they both share the same 5 volts in ground, okay, this one here will pull up when triggered to 5 volts, okay, which will mean this here will be 5 volts, and on this side this becomes the problem now, because we have ground available here, but over here when we put the 5 volts, the gate voltage will be above whatever is here. And so I'm kind of worried, or even the drain voltage will be lower than the gate voltage. And I'm not sure if that'll offset this MOSFET or this MOSFET and confuse them. So I think what I have going on here actually works right now. So I've got, at the moment, we'll have a drawing of a friggin' MOSFET. Give me a second. Okay, so at the moment I've got 5 volts going to my MOSFET. This guy here, and this is my gate, and then on my gate I have a 1 megohm to ground, and then I have this guy 1, 2, 3, like so. Same thing, gate, I have 1 meg to ground. Alright, so I've got that so far, and I actually have my load, my LED up here directly on the 5 volts. So I actually have this like so. It's LED, and so far if I connect my gate to 5 volts, it does work. So here's one at 5 volts, it does nothing. Here's the other at 5 volts, and it turns on. So I think it's good. It is spiced, but it's not cracking. That's the spiced apple juice. So far it seems to be working. It's in the light so you can't see it, but it's definitely working. However, will that change when I plug in this and this? Oh, that's the question. That's the good question. Now, I don't remember if this guy is 5 volt tolerant, but I think I'm going to give it anyways. I've had that bottle for a long time. Actually, technically, Vero bought me that bottle because she did such a fantastic job at one of her jobs that whoever she was working for got her a ton of gift cards to the liquor store. We don't drink very much, so yeah, it is what it is. That bottle will last us forever. Okay, so now theoretically, if I hook this up to 5 volts, that light should go on only when I trigger the output of this guy. Yeah, you could still do a good job at work, Mrs. Whack. It's just that you can't stand people at your work. Streaming is fun. I don't know if Vero still finds it fun because she does it like a lot. Alright, so let's see if this thing will calm down and turn off. And when it turns off, we're going to try to trigger it and see if it turns back on. Yeah, that's true. When somebody's chatting back, I can see that. I can definitely see that as being a big difference. Now we're waiting for paint to dry here. This should be pulled low. Oh, it just turned off. It turned on again. Okay, that's just, it's super sensitive when it's first plugged in. I'm actually going to face it away. Yeah, we can do a drinking game. I might regret it in the morning. I wouldn't know what to do about it though. I will pour myself another drink if Big Clive shows up. That's pretty safe. I don't think he's going to show up. Not mentioning that which should not be mentioned anymore, by the way. Okay, gotta wait for this to settle down. These things are super picky. They actually they need like 5 minutes of on time to warm up. So yeah, just move my hands and it triggers. Okay. It's just either, I think it's triggering itself. Oh boy. Here it goes. I should put a filter over this too, so it's a different color. Reaching. There we go. Okay, so right now it's settled. Let me just see if I can trigger it. Oh, I think I just knocked the LED out. I did. Heck, damn it. That's not working at all. Come on. There we go. So yeah, if Big Clive comes down, I'm pouring a cup of rum, but other than that, I think the apple juice, so to speak. Ah, stop it! Trigger again. It's got a 180 degree triggering zone. Oh, here we go. Here is a rag. This was sent all the way from Florida. We won't say who sent it. We shall not speak its name. There we go. Alright. Let's see if this turns off. Man, 18 likes is better than my regular release videos at the moment. I don't know. See, I don't know if it's false triggering. I don't know if it's just triggering off the environment, or if it's triggering, like, if it's just the concept is not working. Here, let's cover it completely. Maybe better if I got something black too. There, just put this here. Should be no passive infrared going through there. And we shall wait now. Nice. Well, have a good evening, Brian. Yeah, so this is what I was worried about. If I have to go to and see, yeah, look, it's just triggering by itself. I wonder if the power supply is too noisy. Thankfully, we've got a capacitor. I think a capacitor might cool it down a bit. Make sure to put this the correct way, or else we're gonna have an electro boom on our hands. God, does anybody know Electro Boom? I'd love to have him on the podcast too. Also, another maker. You know how we gate to source 10K. Source is ground side or I never remember. Give me a second. Yeah, okay. Gate is, yeah, I have, see, I have a 1 meg. Maybe 1 meg is too too low. You need to pull it down pretty hard. But if you're still listening, another maker, that thing we talked about, we may have to do it soon because I don't have another podcast after not next week, the one after. If you're still up for it, I know you're busy, so if you're not, don't worry about it. No, it was not floating. It had a 1 meg. The gate had 1 meg on it. We'll go 10K though. Pull it down harder. I hope you realize what I mean, another maker, because that's quite a bit of work on your end. I'm not sure. Like maybe you're better at it than I am, but took me a while to do what you're gonna do. You know that's a funny story about the charging caps, but they discharge super quickly. So it'd be a lot easier to have a ready charger. Okay, I can even add I could probably add a ceramic here to chill it out a little bit, but so now they're being pulled down with 10Ks. Kind of want to put longer leads on this too. You have been prepping. Well, that's you're a brave man. But yeah, I'm up for it. I'm ready whenever. Put longer leads in this and make sure that it's not the ones I need. Male, female. Is it this week? Mrs. Whack, if you're still in here, do you remember if it was Wednesday or next Wednesday, my dentist appointment? Yeah, Drifter, you should. Okay, not this Wednesday. Okay, so this Wednesday, Mr. Maker, I'm available if you want to go on with the plan. Yeah, if you guys are not subscribed to my usual mentions, so that would be another maker, pile of stuff, gadget reboot. I would add pretty much Tim from Don't Give Up. Ooh, Bathe, nice. If you Veroac, if you're not no. If you're not subscribed to those people, you should totally be subscribed. They make really good content. Billy Rubin also, which is next week's podcast guest. You should be subscribed to her channel too. And then also you should subscribe to the good quality YouTubers like we have Big Clive, Julian Eilert, you know, those people, Dave Jones. And also, if you have any way to speak to those people, you should tell them to come on to the podcast. Alright, so did I do this correctly? Ground black. Ground is black. Positive is white. Positive is white. And signal is gray. This is prototyping. This is why videos take more than 2 easy minutes to make. So you have to friggin' prototype the crap out of them. Especially if you don't know what you're doing. Alright. So 10K pull downs. We'll just let this thing stabilize a little bit and hopefully it'll work. Can you guys still see? Yeah, you can still see, sorta. There we go. Those PIRs are super sensitive. I have to get a whole bunch more extension cables for this guy. I swear I just bought a ton of extension cables, these DuPont things, but I don't know where they are. Good night, Nether Maker. Let me know if next or this Wednesday is convenient for you. It still hasn't turned off. I'm a little concerned. I don't. Oh, it's off and back on again. Yeah, that's fine. All right. It does not. It has no pot at all. It has nothing. It has sensitivity capacitors, I guess. But I've found that it worked really well. I'm thinking it's my setup that's not working. I feel like it's false triggering on something. I don't know what. Because don't forget, right now, you know what? I can try. This is what I can try to do. I can take this guy out. And I can move that guy to here, like so, and grab this guy and put it to ground. Oh wait, it has to be 5 volts because it's an AND gate. Alright, we could try that. We could try, because now it's going to be higher up on the on the hierarchy. Could try one MOSFET and combine the gates. So put both gates onto combine. I'm not sure what you mean combine the gates if you only have one MOSFET. Okay, it's off. No, it's on. Like just saying that it's off makes it on. I used this very thing in a Halloween prop. It was pretty awesome. It worked really well. Yeah, so 2 MOSFETs are needed because I need to trigger one thing. So in this case it's the LED. You need to trigger one thing when both inputs, when both sensors capture something. I'm just using PIRs and microwave for now. But that's why. Saying on turns it off. So like reverse logic, have to make a NOT gate for that. Okay. Ah, damn. Like the noise set it off. I wonder if there's like EMI. We can shield EMI though pretty easily. Got some copper clad in plastic. We can shield the EMI like so. It's getting a little frustrating because the gate, yeah, the gates are being pulled low. Or are they being pulled high? Am I an idiot? It happens. Could be an idiot. No, gates are being pulled low. I have 3.3 volts on them. Oh, are they 5 volts? Huh. Let's put it up to 5 volts. Maybe it's not enough voltage for stability. Let's try that. It's possible that this thing didn't work very well at 3.3 volts. I should pull up a listing. Is it off? It's off. Okay. It's off. Let's see if we trigger it. If I go forward, it works. So single input works now. Nice. Okay, so that's good. That's actually good knowledge. 3.3 volts is not good. We need to be up at 5 volts. 3.3 must have been chain rebooting it. See now it's off? I'm just gonna put my hand this way. Yeah, it works. Awesome. Great. Now I need to find out what voltage I have to run this microwave sensor at. V in, V out. This can actually provide a 3.3. It is progress. Yeah, this is like this how the sausage is made. This is this is what I do. All right. V in. People like Pile of Stuff. He's got this stuff on lockdown. He says he's just fumbling around, but we all know Pile of Stuff has got lots of knowledge. All right, let's see. Ground out. All right. Now the only thing I'm scared of is I don't know if this thing is 5 volt compliant. It is 5 volts to 12 volts. That's awesome. Okay, so I'm gonna pop it onto the 5 volt rail. I'm gonna go orange positive. Yes, yes, it works. And I should be able, when I pull this white wire out, yeah, it should turn off. Perfect. Okay, signal is blue, which would be white. I got orange as my positive, yellow is my negative. Get in there. Okay, now I'm going to point this, I'm going to have to point it somewhere else. So the PIR will be pointed out that way and the microwave sensor out that way. Alright, so light is out. Now, I'm going to trigger PIR, nothing. Trigger the microwave, and it's on. This is actually working. So, that was not too bad, actually. I just had to not be a nub. So that is cool. So as long as I use a 5-volt source, microwave does not trigger it. Just give a second for the microwave to shut off. And PIR, oh, I don't know if the microwave was off there. Oh, did it just false trigger? Not sure. Alright, gotta see if PIR seems to be turning it on. I'm not sure if it's getting... Alright, so I'm gonna have to check here. And now I need to know if they're on or off. So I'm gonna grab more LEDs. I have a quick access box somewhere. My kingdom for some LEDs. I genuinely don't know. Let's see. So just the microwave does not turn it on. Seems like if I move the PIR though, I'm going to point the PIR towards the wall here and see what happens. Okay, like I want to make sure that yeah, it looks like the PIR, so maybe the microwave sensor is just going at all times. Let's see, V in, out is blue, going to white, and then ground, yep. Okay. Something's not working. Probably losing all my viewers, but that's okay. Like, cause like I'm not going out that way, just this way, and it seems like as soon as I get into the range of the PIR, I wonder if it's inverted. So the microwave sensor outputs a 3.3 volt signal. This is kind of silly because I have a video on this. Yeah, well, you know, it is what it is. I wish I could find some of my pre-built LEDs with the resistor built in already. Like, what happens if I check? Yeah, this would be too ferocious for an LED without a resistor. I have found it. Great. They're all out in other projects. Let's see now. Now I need to know if it is going between the gate and the ground. that one should work. Yeah, okay, so that's the microwave sensor that triggered. We need to check, we need one more LED. And these LEDs should be well within the operating range of the outputs of these sensors, so that should be good. Grab one of these. And again, that needs to go on the gate, between the gate and ground. Okay, so right now, what's purple? Purple is the PIR. So the PIR is active, and look at that. Our microwave sensor is triggering like crazy. So PIR right now, I'm going to try not to move. Okay, PIR is off. If I move, yeah, if I move over here, the microwave sensor is picking stuff up. So I am getting reflections in the room, I think. Or maybe it's susceptible also. Give me a second. Let's see if we can use a copper plane. Yeah, so comparators are a possibility, but not right now. Comparators would require me to learn comparators. So I would say not at this point. But you're right. You're absolutely right how comparator would probably be a good option here. But there is a wall like 5 feet off my bench that way. And so it's entirely possible that it's too close for the microwave sensor. So if I move over here, the microwave sensor is sensing something. Yeah, moving this way. I wonder if I even have it pointing the right way. That would be interesting. Right now it's triggered. I have to give it a second to calm down. Yeah, it's picking up, it is definitely picking up movement, because you can see the LED comes on there. Yeah, Mark, I think you might be right. Which is okay. I can take this outside to test. But yeah, see, it's picking it up when I'm moving over here. And now I go like this. And that's so, but basically I have my proof of concept, which is what I set out to do, is to end two very inexpensive MOSFETs. And so I'll get a PIR and a microwave sensor to trigger, this will probably be another MOSFET, to be quite honest. And this MOSFET will trigger something which will do work. And Mark, since you're a Patreon, you already know what this project is for. I just haven't said so. I don't think I've said so explicitly, but this is for my my commission project. If you check the video on Patreon, you'll see exactly that's what this is for. So the microwave sensor and the PIR sensor will be working in unison to trigger something. You can find out, you know, when the rest of the people find out, because it won't be on Patreon forever. It'll be public release as soon as it's done. But I feel like it's going to be in a box sort of like this. So you could picture the microwave sensor here and the PIR here. batteries on the inside. The device you need to trigger is going to be sitting on the outside here, and then needs a hole for wires to go in, and yeah, so this thing here. So this box is 11 centimeters, about a little bit more, 11 and a quarter. This one by 8 3/4 or so, and in inches that would be, yeah, about 4.5 inches by 3.5 inches, and then depth wise it will be 2 1/4. So that is going to be going, yeah, so this is what do you think, Mark? Do you think it's promising? Is this box too big, you think? Because Mark knows what the project I'm referring to is. Well, drifters, I know nothing about code. If you check my coding videos, they're all about smashing code, little bits and pieces together. So yeah, those. I think I need another one of these though. I don't think I have another one of these. I think it's too late to order them. Whatever, I'll probably get them on Amazon or whatever. So yeah, so that should actually work. So now that I have this proof of concept, I'm going to make a design. I might make a PCB for easy assembly, and then there's going to be something like let's see. Going to be something like these guys. These are 18650 holders, so should be able to get 2 in there, maybe even 3 in there, so that they'll only have to be recharged every once in a while. Maybe 2, then you could cycle through them. So that in there, and then yeah, I think that's it. I think that'll do. So yeah, that's a proof of concept. Get the PCB done, put into there, and it should take milliamps. Oh, maybe a boost converter, because I do need to run these on 5 volts. Actually, you know what? Let's try them on 3.3. We had issues earlier, and I see the microwave sensor is a 5 volt minimum. But let's see, just for fun. Wildlife camera trigger is a fairly good guess. I can't confirm it or deny it, but I'll tell you, if projects were the universe, you're in the correct galaxy. So this is the microwave sensor picking up the reflections here from the wall. If I go for the PIR, yeah, the PIR has issues at 3.3 volts. It really does need that 5 volts. The question is, would it be okay at 4 volts? Because 4 volts is acceptable. Lithium ion battery will last quite a while, between 4.2 and 4.0. So let's actually give that a shot. Some kind of alarm thing is also in the correct galaxy, but again, you won't get any specifics. You will only get whether or not you're in the correct galaxy. That is all. Even if you guess dead on. Grab this guy here. Alright, and grab this guy. Gonna drop the voltage here to Let's see if we can end up with 4. If it works at 4 volts, if we could actually get it to work at 3.8, that would be ideal. Because then no boost converter is needed, and that means the batteries will last a little bit longer. Alright, and give her. Uh-oh, constant current. Oh, well, they were installed reverse. That's not good. Thankfully I had a constant current. How much, what was the current? Whoa, 200 milliamps. That's not good. That was a lot. Could have blown up this cap as well. Okay, so let's let these two stabilize here. There we go. Am I off camera? No, I'm not. Okay. The sensors are a bit off. Yes, it is connected. It's in the same galaxy as animals, so something that shares a fair portion of its DNA with animals, you can assume. So anything from animals to aliens, kinda. As long as the aliens are not too dissimilar from Earth life forms, yep. No definitions. Okay, they're both off. Is this it? Okay, trigger the microwave, trigger the PIR. We do not have enough juice to trigger the LED though. Or is it on but just very dim? I need a voltage measurement here. We've got this lead. This lead. Humpback whales is in the correct universe. I'm like surrounded by multimeters, but I can't find a single one. Oh, here we go. We do have humpback whales. We do, in fact. Transparent aluminum. I'm not sure what you mean. Alright, so need a voltage measurement here. Maybe it's just not in the right hole. No, it is in the right hole. There, and we'll grab the ground from over here. Get in there. Yep. So they're both triggered. We don't have enough voltage at 4 volts to trigger the LED. Grab this one straight from over here too, just because I'm paranoid that we're not in the right hole. There we go. So yeah, both are triggered, but not both are on. So that means, yeah, that's not good. So let's crank the voltage up. 4.15, both triggered, still not on. That's not good. 4.2, come on, work with me here. Triggered, triggered, no voltage. Is it really the threshold? Like seriously, like 5.0 volts? It sure seems like it. .6 volts now. 4.86 is not enough. 4.9, come on. Nope. 5.0. Did we just break it? It doesn't work anymore. It's not functioning anymore. Unless the USB was providing more than 5? Did we maybe burn something with the reverse voltage? They're both MOSFETs are turning on. But we're not getting we might have burned the MOSFETs though. Yeah, no burning. Let's dang it. Let's do a sanity check. How many volts? Yeah, I got 5.446. Like, okay, let's swap out both MOSFETs because now they might be compromised. Okay. Oh, you know what the other thing is that the LEDs may be pulling them down too much. Anyways, let's see. I'm gonna replace the MOSFETs. As soon as I find my friggin' MOSFET stash. I need more storage space up in here, that's for sure. Alright, 2N7000 MOSFETs. Oh, that's backwards. That's not good. There we go. That's one. I buy my components from eBay. If you want to check the channel, I've got like a whole bunch of mailbag videos, and you can see pretty much. I think all, maybe not all of my electronics components, but most of them are from are on mailbag videos. Still not working. We're triggering. So let's take out these LEDs. Maybe it's because we were pulling them down. Nope. Wait. The friggin' the extra one here is just open. We broke them. I don't know what happened. It's broken. This was totally working like a matter of minutes ago. You guys saw it. It was working. So yeah, we might have fried one of these modules. If it's this guy, that's a pain in the ass. These guys I have a few of actually in reserve, but these guys I don't. Q kits. No, we have, like, I have a local. It's not that far from me, I guess. It's kind of a little bit across town, but it's not that bad. Called Active Tech, Active 123, something like that. But yeah, that's a kind of like an emergency place because it's very expensive. Like in my city, retail is pretty messed up. It's very expensive. Yeah, I do have the video to check. I might actually try if 2N3905s work as well. 2N3904, sorry. NPN, emitter, base, collector. I might actually be able to just put in the NPN transistors just normally into here and see what that gives us. So let's see. Who knows, maybe it'll work with the NPNs. PNP. I like the MOSFETs because they're very low. There's like no gate current basically. But if it only works with NPN transistors, we'll do that. It's just, it's not as good. I'm going to drain down batteries a bit more. But mind you, if we're looking at quality 18650s, which my commission project client lives in the States, so it's not actually that expensive to get a whole whack load of 18650s. Okay, so we are getting 2.5 volts when it triggers. Or did we? I had 2.5 volts for a moment there. Only have in the order of millivolts now. Oh man, like this, I feel like this just, I have to get started again from scratch. Maybe these are in backwards, but my emitter, no, that's correct. This is the correct direction. So this should work. It just ain't. Oh wait, it just turned on. What's going on here? NPN. Oh, I need to connect it there. I need PNPs. What a nub. Yeah, I need PNP transistors. What an idiot. Wait, PNP. NPN. No, I need an NPN. Geez, that one friggin' apple juice shot. So NPN are like this. So the diode faces outwards this way. And so you need to put like plus here, and you need this access to ground. So basically these NPNs are emitters, base, collector in that order. And so I face them backwards so that the collector, which is here, would be here, emitter here, and base here. So that actually should have worked, and it did for like seconds. Because if I'm being honest with you guys, I bought AND gates. I bought AND gates for this project, specifically for this project, and they were not working the way the datasheet said they would. And so I assume I got some some counterfeit ones, and I think that's what happened. Yeah, there we go. 2.7 volts there, and then it drops. But trigger both of them. Yeah, it's still not enough voltage. What if I pull my LED out? Maybe I'm not getting... Maybe I need... No. Yep, not working. No, this should still work. I have a few more MOSFETs I could try, but the problem is the other MOSFETs are surface mount. So it's not like during a live stream I'm going to be trying to get these tiny little SOT23 MOSFETs to go onto a board. Yeah, so that's a no. No magic smoke yet. No. Look, it just... Do you see that? It just worked. Why is it just working, like, sometimes? I don't know. I'm gonna work on it. I promised the project to be done by year end, so I'm gonna try to get it done by year end. But, like, now it's working. So now it's properly turning off. Okay, so right now it's properly off. No, not, see, there. It's like 0.3 volts. It's not enough. And I'm only pulling 16 milliamps out of this. And there it goes again, 2.8. What is going on here? I can try base resistors. I mean, I got no reason to think it's going to fix anything, but it's possible I'm overdrawing the couple of milliamps that these things can provide. Yeah. It could definitely be a bad connection on the breadboard, for sure. All right, base resistor. Let's try a base resistor onto the on the transistors. Because I know these units have a very low, but the other thing is this guy here might need its own MOSFET to amplify its trigger, because, well, look at that. Did that automatically just fix it? 2.8, I'm going to stand still. Yeah, it looks like the units are actually they're being drawn down too much. Where's the other connection coming into? Blue, what's this one? So that blue there, this white one here. Let's see, yank that white one out. I didn't think I'd draw that much current out of them, but I guess I did. Alright. I'm going to stand still here. Alright, so now it's off. It's clearly off. I moved a little bit. I'm going to try to point it out the way a little bit too. Okay, turn off. Dang it. Alright, it's off. I'm going to move now. Oh. It dropped. Why did it drop? Yeah, I might have to solder a prototype. But I can also check voltages coming in from each of the individual modules. Alright, so let's see. So this one here would be the PIR. So right now the PIR is off. Yeah, see, look at that. That's too low voltage. The PIR is sending out like 2 volts. So it's not enough to bias the transistor. Is it having issues with a 10K with a 1K base resistor? Oh wait, I still have pull downs. Get rid of these pull downs. Pull downs are probably just only useful for a MOSFET. Let's put this back in. 10K pull downs. It might be doing voltage dividing. Nope, still only 2 volts. Okay, let's check the microwave sensor. Like so. Okay, microwave sensor is doing its job. 3.3. Can somebody let me know what the base threshold voltage of a 2N3904 transistor is? I can use the inputs to trigger a MOSFET to run the base of a transistor. I mean, you're doubling the parts, but at the same time, your parts are only a couple cents a piece, so it doesn't matter. You can keep it tidy in a breadboard anyway, in a PCB anyways. But yeah, if someone could let me know what the what the threshold voltage is, that'd be fantastic. It seems right now it's the PIR that's problematic. It's only giving us 1.9 volts. And if I check the output, should be a floating output. It's got 2.8. If there's anybody still in the stream, for sure. Can't believe I got 20 likes on this. It seems to be functioning, however. So 0, it's off right now. Trigger the microwave. Maybe this guy's not getting enough. Yeah, base emitter 0.65 volts. Yeah, so I might have to like totem pole them to actually get it to. That's it. Okay. Yeah, I might need them like maybe I can even cascade them, like basically in a what do you call that when you've got one transistor driving the base of the other one. So right now I'm not able to trigger them. Acting really finicky when really drawing 5. Yeah, Darlington, thank you. Yeah, that's fine, Drifter. It's you basically just Google the data sheet, but RJM's got it. So all right, let's see. So maybe now that it's stabilized a bit, I can trigger it. It's very interesting. I might just use a Darlington pair of these, or I can use a single MOSFET each to trigger a transistor. I can do that, or two, like instead of doing like a, yeah, that's right, I can put the 2 transistors in an AND configuration and each use a MOSFET to trigger the transistor, because we want to pull the base pretty hard with the 5 volts, and then it should function. I'll do some more prototyping sort of off stream, and then if I come up with something, I'll make the full video about it. Game HFE 100. Yeah, I think the HFE is about 100 in these. But it's okay, because honestly, yeah, we want more gain. But I can run it through MOSFET. So I have these 2N7000 MOSFETs. I've got a ton of them. I got these NPN transistors. I've got a ton of them. So that's not a big deal. As long as this, I actually need a second one of these PIRs. I have a different PIR, but I think that one is only couple volts compliant. I don't know if it's 5-volt compliant. Yeah, see, I got, because I did order more of those PIRs, but it didn't come in. So this guy here, it's actually, it seems to be working. 2.8 volts there. Because these things are basically like no, there's like nothing to them. Oh, what'd you miss? Not much, Meebo. We're trying to get, yeah, exactly. We're trying to get 2 sensors to trigger the same output. And I'm so happy, like right now, they're pulling like a maximum of 3, since I put the base resistors in, pulling a maximum of 5 milliamps. So, you know, like Dave Jones would say, half a bee's dick. I got all these microwave sensors here, so I can play with those. But the thing is, I need to trigger on 2 different sensors, and the the other option I have is to run a microcontroller, because this microcontroller runs at 5 volts, and so do these sensors. So I could just end the 2 inputs. So that's another possibility, but this will drain batteries faster. So my my client may not want to change batteries every 2 weeks, right? Maybe they want to change batteries every month or so, right? So if this guy has, mind you, you could pack these full of batteries. You could probably fit 4 18650 cells in here. The price goes up a bit, but it's not that bad. Yeah, you know what? I really enjoy watching Dave Jones's videos. I wish he would answer my requests for a podcast. By the way, if you guys you don't know this, but you guys have more power than I do. If you guys go ask someone like Dave Jones to come on my podcast, if a couple of you do it, they'll probably be more willing to listen to me. Because at the moment, if you think about it, I'm a small YouTuber. I have a small podcast, and basically they perceive it as me trying to grow my channel, which is absolutely not what I'm trying to do. What I'm trying to get interesting people on. I want to talk to interesting people. So yeah, so you grab this box here. I actually have a 18650 holder. You could probably fit 4. I don't know if you'll be able to fit 5 batteries. But yeah, can you imagine, like, basically a power bank? Basically, even, you know, a power bank might be a good idea for this, except that a power bank will shut itself off at these like 1 or 2 milliamps of current. Well, thanks, Meebo. Really happy to hear that you like my content, because sometimes I wonder why you guys show up at all. I'm really happy to have you guys. Oh shit, it's already 10. Question is, do we salvage more stuff? Because I think I'm don't don't feel like getting into digging deeper into this. So do we salvage more stuff, or do we call it a night, or do we look to see if I have any kits I can build? So you guys let me know. Salvage, kits, or you guys had enough? Oh boy, this is all connected everywhere. We got salvage. What about Chris? You mean Chris from wow, what's his show? His podcast co-host, Chris. Jeez, I haven't listened to the EEV blog podcast in a while. Have a good night, Burning Diamond. Thanks for coming in. Thanks for coming to the stream. You guys should definitely subscribe to all the cool YouTubers that were Contextual Electronics. Thank you. All the cool YouTubers that we've had in here tonight. So we had Pile of Stuff. We had Another Maker. We had we have Drifter's Workshop. We had Verawak. You should subscribe to all these people and watch their cool stuff. I think I will salvage just a little bit more stuff, get it off my plate, and to get people to stop telling me that they want me to fix the battery pack. It's not going to happen. I'm not going to fix it. That's not it. That would be a hard drive. What about this guy? Alright. So this guy is a pretty cool board. This is a battery pack, like a booster pack thing. I did a video on. There's some cool stuff in here, like the nice inductor. We've got a bunch of electrolytics here. Electrolytics are always neat to have. Now, as far as I know, there's nothing wrong with this board, but yeah, Chris Gamble. There we go. Chris Gamble. Contextual Electronics. Thank you for that. But yeah, like obviously I would contact him too, but I don't. I wouldn't. I don't expect any big YouTubers to answer me because, again, it feels as though I'm just trying to grow my channel. Like from their perspective, like I get people all the time that have like 1 or 2 subscribers or 10 subscribers. They comment on my videos to like telling people to go watch their stuff. So I understand how it feels, but at the same time I don't actually delete those comments. I mean, unless they're like really egregious, like they just run and gun. I wonder if this Holtec chip, this is a Holtec HT46R67. I wonder if that's reprogrammable. That would be awesome. But we've got 2 optocouplers here. We've got a couple of power supply chippies down here. Actually, these 2 are MOSFETs. Let me get the microscope. This microscope's been going for quite a while and it's getting kind of hot now. Alright. There we go. You guys should see what I see right now. Got a nice little surface mount LED there. I'm going to move you down to the power MOSFET. So there we go. Q2 and Q3. ME4435. So I'm going to check the ME4435, but I'm pretty sure it is a power MOSFET. It is a MOSFET. Let's see. They're 21 cents a pop on LCSC. P channel 30 volts, 8.8 amps. Wow, 20 milliohm on resistance. Now that's pretty neat. We might salvage these guys. What do we have next to that? LM358 op amp, I believe. I think it's an op amp. So that's pretty neat. Do you know I actually have I have exactly one like famous guy who subscribes to me. Oh, hello. Cosmo 1010 op amp or 817 op amp. I mean, sorry, not op amp. I meant optocoupler. Yeah, there's a K1010. I do have a hot air station. So yeah, this is definitely a K1010 photoresistor photocoupler, so optocoupler basically. That's good. Okay, we got some surface mount switches, which could be interesting. We've got some, these are some inductors, surface mount. Got two big honkin' diodes there. Look at that. 1 and 2. What do we have next to it there? Oh, looks like a power supply chippy. Yeah, opto isolator, that's right. Oh, optocoupler, opto isolator. Same. Not sure what this is, but there's a nice Zener diode in a MELF package right over here. Yeah, look at my thumb. This is my index finger, so that's how small these things are. What else do we have? We have a 3-pin device here. What is this? 7533. What is a 7533? The hot air workstation, I just got a Chinese 858D, so it was like $40, I think. Check Amazon. I can make you an affiliate link too if you want to make me a couple cents. Yeah, it's an LDO, low dropout voltage regulator. Very good. Couple service mount LEDs. I have a bunch, but you know, whatever. Service mount resistors. I think I'm gonna scrap this board, so I'm just gonna grab what's cool on it. It looks like a diode. Another 3-pin device. No, that's a 5-pin device. Could be an op amp. Can't tell. N2115 TP. Nice. 22 followers, 0 content. I love it. But it's cause you're such a good guy, B-dubs. This is the solder joints here for the LEDs, service mount LEDs on the other side. We also have, look, we have a cool daughter board. With a USB socket. And I'll flip it around. Look at that. So we could yank that daughter board. What else? What else? I think that's about it. So we have a couple SMD things we can take. Well, let's take a look at the fire alarm too. This guy, I'm not sure if we'll even get anything out of it. Got a, looks like a micro there. We definitely have a speaker. So that's a speaker. Mildly interesting. This is where the magic happens. This is a chip on board. It's just a blob of resin on top of a chip that's actually embedded on the board here. This thing here might actually be an amplifier for the speaker. I'm not sure. It's hard to tell. Then this is the sensing. Basically, you got a can. Oh boy. Sorry if I'm making you guys sick. There's a diode there. There's a can. Yep. Nothing too special on one of these things. So let's get the hot air rework station out and we'll see if we can get any of these surface mount chips out. Over here, this guy here. Yeah, the blobs are kind of a pain in the butt, but it is what it is. Let's back this guy out. Okay, turn on our hot air rework station. Let's go after, I don't know, let's go after the opto isolators. No idea what this board's going to smell like, but it's a pluggable USB microscope. The company Pluggable. If you go check my channel, I have an affiliate link if you want to grab your own. Pluggable sent it to me. Actually, it's a fantastic unit, but Pluggable sent it to me for free. So if you guys use my affiliate link, I can track how many I sold, and maybe Pluggable will send me more stuff in the future. Otherwise, you can just pick it up on Amazon. It wasn't very expensive. And Pluggable is a fantastic company, so I'd recommend it. I'm going to pull this micro off. I don't know if I can do anything with it, but I do like the idea of a micro. Can I email you the regulator? I don't think so. I would snail mail it to you, but shipping from Canada is more expensive than getting the component yourself. I've made some custom PCBs in the past, and I've tried to mail them to my Patreons, and they wouldn't like the post office would not accept them through regular mail because they were made of fiberglass. They're like paper and cardboard only. Even if they fit in the envelope, they didn't care. So I sent some of my circuit boards out, and each circuit board cost me, I think the cheapest one to send was about $8 Canadian or $10 Canadian, something like that. So that's why I want to make stickers, because stickers will only cost, $2 to send, even though the stickers are like $7 a pop, something like that. Yeah, I can't be mad at Canada Post because they don't cost any tax dollars. Like, they're self-sufficient. So, like, I'm not upset that I have to pay what it costs to actually ship it. It just doesn't, it just sucks in my situation that I can't, like, say thank you to my fans easier. Like, USPS is cheaper, but then again, they take tax dollars. So, is it fair that people that like mega corporations that use Canada or U.S. Postal get subsidized by taxpayers? Not really. But for the common folk, like, of course it's great to have a subsidized system. So yeah, I don't know how I feel about that. Go some service mount switches. Yeah, okay, so that is a point of contention. Hydro 1. Here in Ottawa, it's Ottawa Hydro. But yeah, they got big kickbacks. That was a little bit of Canadian drama for you guys. They got big kickbacks that they shouldn't have gotten. Our rates are like the highest in North America, and the CEO of the hydro company, the electricity company, got raises and raises. But that's Canada. That's power and telecoms here make a ton of money. See how effortless this is with the hot gun? Ooh, a MILF package just came off. Yeah. Yeah, well, privatizing utilities. Who would have thought that would have been a bad idea? Oh wait, everyone. Yeah, I know. Corporations have more problems than that, or cause more problems than that. But it's just one thing, just one of the things to consider. Like a lot of things, it's like it's not obvious what the correct answer is, or if there even is a correct way to handle it. But yeah, I don't know. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Liquor stores in Ontario being private companies, that's a little bit off too. Yeah, that's Canada. It is what it is. For all our downfalls, we have some really good stuff going for us, so that's nice. I don't know about Islam. My thoughts on Islam? I don't know. Not a big fan of religion in general, but if people want to be religious, that's up to them. basically how I stand on religions. I have no issues with people's religions. But I think it should be an opt-in, not an opt-out type thing. Well, I mean, that's your opinion, Mubby. It's your opinion, and you're definitely have the right to it. I'm big on live and let live. Which is great, because when you live in a free country, a truly free country, you get to choose whether or not you practice religion. You get to choose who you're going to vote for. This is all the brilliance. And the great part of all this is that it doesn't really matter who you vote for, and it doesn't really matter who you praise and whatever, as long as everyone gets to do what they want. Nice big juicy SMD resistor here. Let me get that out. Where in Canada do you live, Mubi? I think we're losing viewers at a rapid pace here. I don't think this salvaging components is that interesting. Don't know if I'm gonna get this big LED portion out. Okay. Let's try to get these SMD whatchamacallits, inductors. I guess Big Clive didn't wake up on time, or he didn't remember that I asked him to come by. Oh well, it is what it is. I didn't think he would come by anyways, because it's not the right time zone for him. And again, this channel, just a small fish. Yeah, inductors are cool if you want to make boost converters or buck converters, which would be interesting to make. And when you want to make something, if you have them, a lot easier than having to buy them specifically for a project and then forget about them. If I pass away and find out that there was a afterlife, well, then I would just say, you did a pretty shit job advertising it. That's all. I mean, if I die and there is something, I mean, it is what it is. I chose wrong. But I would tell them that they need to up their advertising game, because science, which is basically the description of what can be observed, doesn't point towards religion. What do I store my stuff in? Well, I've got, for SMD stuff, I've got I got this system here. Just a bunch of interlocking boxes. I mean, Mubby, I guess it depends how you interpret it. Because there are definitely people who don't believe they go hand in hand and they deny provable science. So, I mean, you can't just say religion as a broad thing. But basically, we know that we don't have the answers to a lot of the big philosophical questions, and religions do claim to have the answers. I mean, I don't want to get into a debate with you here, Mubby, but I have seen those claims, and they're pretty weak. They're very non-specific, kind of like reading your zodiac sign. For through-hole, I have like tackle boxes, like you've seen me take out the LEDs from. I bought a bunch of those boxes. But the problem with discussion with religion is that you're arguing against two different realities. It's like two different realities arguing against each other. So that's why it's not usually productive to argue religion versus non. Basically, all you need to really know from my point of view is that if a majority of scientists agree on a certain thing, that is the closest we have at the moment to the truth. That's it. That's because science, by its own nature, is the writing down of observable things. So if it's observable, it's already documented in science or on its way. And at the moment, there's no like observable proof of any of the religions being correct. So that's it. That's all. That's all. What is great though is that as humans, we don't need to observe things to believe them, right? That's a perfect thing. That's a great survival mechanism for a human, is to be able to hear a story about, let's say, a saber-toothed tiger eating our family members or eating our like fellow humans, and if the story sounds believable, we just won't go out hunting between those times. You know that the saber-toothed tiger is on the loose. That's a fantastic survival mechanism. I think I kind of stripped everything here. Oh, almost. A couple more things. I don't know if I consider myself atheistic. I would say I have atheistic tendencies. I don't really believe in anything mystical. But at the same time, like you can't know for sure. I guess I just don't bother myself with labels. Doesn't really matter. I also don't think that praying to some imaginary spaghetti monster in the sky will change any outcomes. Like statistics back that up anyways. So yep. Yeah, I guess agnostic. I don't know. I don't really care about the labeling of it. I think religion has a has a purpose. I don't think I need it, so I don't participate. I was raised Christian though, I guess. Basically, I have French Canadian heritage. So yeah, we were Catholic. Went to Catholic schools growing up, but I mean, I didn't believe. I mean, the stories are a little bit out there. Uh, Not yet. I have not reused these caps, but I've only started making circuit boards recently. So now that I actually can know how to design PCBs, probably will. I mean, it's the same, Mubby. It's kind of the same. Same, only different. All the major religions have very like close veins. I honestly feel like they're all the same. There's just more or less fervor, but it's all the same. Yeah, I mean they differ, but it's like saying people that live on the east of Ottawa and west of Ottawa are different. Sure, they're different, but are they really different in the grand scheme of things? No. Yeah, but it isn't really though, is it? Because there are people who believe in Islam who believe in different things. So I don't know about monotheism there. People do have different interpretations. Well, I mean, we're gonna find out if the caps are still good. I'm gonna use them eventually. Yeah, I know. You know what, Mubby? You say it's not true, but I'm telling you it's not true, because I've had people who followed Islam argue two completely different things with me, and you can. I mean, it's all over YouTube, so you can go take a look. Because I know that's one of the big things they say. No, no, it can't be because X, Y, and Z, but in reality, it just is. Oh no, I missed an inductor and some caps. It's been well, it's been a couple of years since I even cared to, because basically I've been a non-believer for a very long time, and a lot of people were like, no, no, if you just give it a chance, it makes a lot of sense. So I mean, what do I know, right? I gave it a chance, so I went and looked up what they meant and what they were all about, what their religions were about, and like there was so many differences and there was all sorts. Anyways, yeah. Point is, I gave it a chance. Not for me. And I mean, don't forget, you're dealing with humans here. Humans are terrible. I should know. Humans are like shitty beings. We suck. We're like the worst race. If dogs had a religion, then that would probably be the right one. Yeah, exactly. See, Verawak knows exactly what I'm talking about. Ricky Gervais was on Colbert once, and Colbert asked him what he believed in, and he said he believes in dog. And honestly, that's the one religion that's spoken the most to me. Well, Drifter, what kind of dogs? This is where the stream needs to know. What kind of dogs do you have? Want to know about all of your dogs. Yeah, there we go. See, Verawak wants to know too. Especially now that she knows that you're nearby. When this pandemic's over, she needs to pet some dogs. Then, like, if it's real, then who cares? Then, I mean, by the time you figure out for sure, you're already done. But like, the deal is that a lot of people have asked me, like, oh, what if you die and find out my religion was correct? And then all I can really answer to that is, what if you die and find out someone else's religion was correct and not yours? I mean, right? How's it going, Junk from Work? See, Junk from Work can debate religion with you. This board used to be a really expensive Norco booster pack with a dead lithium cell. Welcome to the stream, Paco, and welcome back, Junk from Work. Junk, how would you feel about another appearance on the Simple Electronics podcast? One deaf one, Bully Mix, one blind one, Frenchie, American Bull Terror, one with nothing wrong, Shepherd Rottweiler. I mean, they're dogs. I don't think there's anything wrong with them either way. What? I want a UPS for $7. I can't even mail anything by UPS for $7. And by the way, Verawak, what are you still doing up? You're supposed to be sleeping. It's like nearly 11. See what I'm saying? She works incredibly hard. There we go, a little micro USB. Yeah, you know, how do you know what trippy is? Aren't drugs haram in Islam? I guess that's the bonus of living in Canada. I get exposed to all sorts of people's beliefs and stuff. So I kind of know the gist of a lot of them. Get out. This is gonna fling, and there we go. Thought I was gonna get friggin' solder everywhere. I think that's it. The only thing left is would be the LEDs now. Yeah, I'm in Ottawa, Ontario. I work with, honestly, and I'm a teacher, so basically I run into all races and religions. And that's why I say, man, like, I mean, you can do whatever you want. That's perfectly fine. But so can I. I've been itching to go back to the thrift shops, but at the same time, people are disgusting, so I kind of want to stay away from people. Now that's why the thrift shops should be completely filled with dogs instead of people. It'd be cleaner, and then we could go to thrift shops. I have traveled out of Canada. I've gone to the U.S. 3 times. I've like stayed in the U.S. twice, basically. I wish to go further, but I'm not traveling in these times, basically. Actually, I'd like to go back to since my last travels. I've made some friends in the U.S., so I'd like to go back to the U.S. That'd be fantastic. But there was this whole thing in the States where anybody, no, not overseas yet, no. Another thing you have to understand is freaking flights are so expensive. I don't know if I gave you the impression that I make a shit ton of money, but I definitely don't. Pakistan, huh? That's low on the list for me. Pakistan. Higher on the list would be like Europe, Japan. Yeah, I mean, I'm not actually surprised that Pakistan is nice, like a beautiful place. It's just I have no connection to it. I have no like reason to go. I'd love to go to Washang Bay in China, but not right now because politically China is pretty messed up. So kind of want to go when it's not like the end of the world. Yeah, it's not going well. How do you get better at electronics? You practice. Uh, you gotta immerse yourself into something to become good at it, right? So you can watch YouTube channels. My own. Here's a file. Just salvaging some stuff. Yeah, you can watch YouTube channels like mine, Big Clive, Dave Jones, EV Blog. Pile of stuff, another maker. Lots of people you can watch, and they do projects, and then you get the courage to do your own projects. Even like I have some simpler projects on my channel that I do, so you can try them yourself. The RGB 3 ways project was pretty easy. What's great about electronics these days is that everything is kind of open source. There's an open source alternative to almost everything. You know, so go nuts, learn. Well, I mean, you could just take it to the next level. Try a different project. Try a project that's more difficult. I mean, it's all like what kind of what kind of stuff have you been doing, for example? I guarantee you can find something on like Dave Jones's channel that you haven't done, right? Yeah, I actually would recommend against the electronics books. I would take my own notes on someone like Dave Jones's YouTube channel on his subjects. Another person I find that's really good, really underrated for learning electronics is Bruce Simpson over at RC Model Reviews. He does remote control planes and stuff, reviews of that kind of stuff, and RC drones, but he has like a basics, like a 101 style video series where he takes the basics of all sorts of things. So he's a good one as well. But Dave Jones, he's done basics. Get out. An Earth imaging radar. Yeah. Oh, Afrotech. Yeah, Afrotech. Great Scott. Yeah, good stuff. Yeah, relay bat. I think that's pretty much all the cool stuff off of this thing. The thing is, Mubby, there are electronics enthusiasts that are religious, but I think they're primarily electronics enthusiasts, and that's why you don't see that they're religious. It seems like you put religion front and center, because that's kind of like all you come in here to talk about, and maybe that's why you're having trouble finding people that are like enthusiasts and religious. You know what I mean? Seems like your primary thing is religion, and then you're an enthusiast second. Just my observation. There we go. Yeah, no, I get what you mean, Mubby, that you're trying to get people's views, but you're trying to get people's views on religion. I mean, not once did you ask them, you know, what kind of pets they have, or what's their favorite color of resistor. Like, is it the one that's dipped in blue, or dipped in green, or dipped in tan? You know what I mean? All your questions are religious based, that's why. Oh, that's good there. Well, I think this is a successful haul. I don't think I'm going to be using any of the surface mount components that are left in here. I might just keep this board because it's really low profile, just to just in case I need to grab like a surface mount something for a prototype. But I think that's kind of like a good haul of stuff. The linesman splice, don't know if I'm specifically know much about that. By the way, since you guys are all here and we're just winding down the stream, I'd like you guys to know that if you have good candidates for the Simple Electronics podcast, let me know by email, or if you know people who would like to be on the podcast, tell them to get in contact with me, because I'm running low on episodes right now. I've got one more episode left next week. Don't miss it. Billy Rubin. She's super intelligent, basically the face of the 3D printer community. So yeah, she's next week, which is going to be a really good episode. And then after that, I've got nothing. Yeah, I do have a podcast. It's if you're subscribed to the channel, it should come up every Thursday morning. I did read your message, Mrs. Wack. You didn't have to donate money. Have a good night. Yeah, it's every Thursday morning. Also, you can find it on any podcast service. So yeah, Apple Podcasts. Apple Podcasts, Google Play, Spotify, Anchor. I ignore the money. Yeah, I'll send you a refund. Or I'll just pay you $10 cash, even though I only get $6 out of a $10 donation. But yeah, it's available on all the things. So if you know someone that you'd like to have on the podcast, go bother them. Like go into Big Clive's stream or Great Scott's stream and tell them you should be on the Simple Electronics podcast. I did send emails to pretty much all the big electronics tubers, and no replies from any of them. That's because we don't have enough peer pressure going on. We need to peer pressure some more. Also, if you guys have video ideas for me, hit me up. I think I get 2 weeks off for Christmas time. I think it's 2 weeks. Let's see. On the 18th. Might be only a week and some. But yeah, I'm going to be working on some projects. Yeah, 2 weeks. Going to be working on some projects. Hopefully get some videos out of that kind of stuff. The podcast is a no religion zone, fortunately, because I think people don't really I don't think people really care for religion, so I keep it religious free. Might have a specific religious one, but it's not really electronics related, so probably not. This is just a drifters. That does suck that you work retail, but thank you for being one of those required employees, like one of those what do you call those, the necessary employees. You know the ones I mean. I'm one of those too in the automotive trade. It's just that I've talked to my boss about essential employee. Thank you. Jeez, can't words today. I talked to my employer about giving me some time off to do the college stuff, so I'm just not going to tell them that I'm available to do work over the holidays, so I'm not going to. Yeah, wage slaves. Yeah, I feel you. I'm in the service industry, fixing cars, and just as much of a wage slave, unfortunately. And I don't even make enough money to get out of the hellhole, so it is what it is. J, no telling. Not telling. J, not telling. I almost feel like it's like Joel Telling's alt account. Working on cars hasn't been, if you're an honest technician, it has not been a good business for the last 7 or 8 years or so. When I started, there was piles of money. I started in like 2005 or 6. There were piles of money available. But yeah, fixing cars for the last like 6-7 years, if you're honest, you don't because there's a difference between a dishonest person and an honest person. I should know because my workplace, we fired like 3 dishonest people in the last 6 months when we were looking for new employees. It's pervasive, the amount of dishonest people. I'm teaching the trade right now to people who aren't in the industry. They're new Canadians or high school grads or whatever, and they've all had experience with dishonest mechanics, and they thought it was just normal. It's not normal. It's just pervasive. But yeah, so anyways, yeah, make sure you hit me up with your project ideas, with your ideas for podcast guests, stuff that you'd love to see on this channel. Yeah, Norm, that's completely right. Shades of gray. Nothing in life is black and white. I was in university for a couple of years, and learned a lot. I did criminology major with a psych minor, and whenever there was a group of people that said this is the reason for this, another group of people said, yeah, but this affects it too, and this affects it too. And so yeah, everything is gray, and everything is like more than one thing. Definitely. 100%. Yeah, you're completely right, VWs. And in fact, I'd go a step further, because what I say is, your filter is clogged. We can replace the filter, and it'll be X amount of dollars. But considering the pump is connected to the filter, and the labor is exactly the same to do the filter and the pump, if you want to add $100, we'll do the pump as well. You know what I'm saying? So, that kind of stuff. I can't work out when and why you were speeding. My shop charges a flat rate. So basically, we charge by the job, and I get paid by the job. So yeah, an honest mechanic will give you options. So basically say, you know, this is the problem with your car. We can fix the bare minimum, but in the past when we've done that, we've had X as a result. So if you're okay with that, we can do it. If not, you have to replace Y, and you get a Z result, for example. You know, it just is what it is. So yeah, I think I'm going to wrap it up here. I want to thank you guys for coming in. Is it a big Canadian retail place? I do not work at a big Canadian retail place, no. I think I would have lost my shit at the low quality work going on around me. I work at a dealership, so I do things proper, quote unquote proper. New computer module. You know, this is maybe another rant there, but the module-based cars have a lot fewer failures, considering they have 10 times as many systems as the non-module based cars. So I would say modules in general was pushed for the correct direction. But yeah, so you guys have a good night. I hope you guys are subscribed. So I have some major projects coming in the near future, one of which is one that we've prototyped here. But January, February, I'm aiming. Hold on, give me 1 second. Where is it? My patrons know that inside of this box I have a major project, the biggest project I've ever attempted on this channel. This one is about I'd say 30% done at the moment, but this thing is a huge project, which is it's consuming well, I don't know, it's consumed like 60 hours so far. So if you want to know what's inside of here, you're gonna have to go onto Patreon to check it out, or wait until it comes out. I think January, February is when I'm aiming to have this finished. So that is one project. I can give you, maybe I'll give you a little preview. Here is one extremely minor part of this project that I happen to have laying around. So this is a tiny little portion of this project for the big project, and you can ask BW's in the chat. He'll tell you it's going to be a cool frickin' project. So you got to be on Patreon if you want to see it, what it's about early. So that one. And I've got two more major projects. One of which is the DIY 3D printer I've described earlier today, which I'm going to be working on. I've got bigger things in mind as well, and the project we've been doing here. So lots of cool stuff on the way. Make sure you guys are subscribed. If you want to know what's coming up, you have to be on Patreon. So join Patreon. It's very cheap. You can toss $1 into the tip jar, and you'll see. My Patreons are the coolest group of people ever. If you want to be included in that cool group, well, you got to be a Patreon. Sorry, it just is what it is. So see, yeah, B-Dubs knows exactly. Cool stuff is coming. I'll probably be doing some more giveaways in the near future as well. Going to be probably stickers, because I don't have that much money for shipping. So the lowest tier is $1, Mubby. So you can join for $1. Patreon.com/simpleelectronics. But yeah, probably going to be stickers and stuff. But if I give away stuff in December, you have to be a Patreon in November to get it. So, you know, it is what it is. US dollars if fail. I think it's US. I'm not sure. Probably US dollars. But it doesn't matter, because US dollar has tanked recently. I should know, because I get friggin' Patreon dollars in US dollars, so my US dollars are worth less than they were a couple months ago. Yeah, so we're $1.30 Canadian for a US dollar. So yeah, have a good night, folks, and I hope to see you guys in the comments section of the next videos. Have a good one.